to one and all. The race has cobbled sections that are renowned for testing both bikes and their riders. You've got to know what you're doing.
Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. This is Career Mode, and it's episode number 20. And this is a big one for us. It's our second biggest sponsor objective of the entire season. We're at Strada Bianchi. It's Classic now. Classics was not an area where I had any hope in the past. However, things are a bit different with that this year. Now, the objective, finish in the top 10. I think that actually could be a strong possibility, but we'll see how things go. Like I said, last year we were completely incapable when it came to this discipline. I do have 2 Classics riders now, where I had essentially no one last year. Both of those Classics riders were on the team a season ago, but they were still not developed as Classics riders. But now they are. They are quite developed as Classics riders now. One of those, Anthony Telford. He was our lowest level rider of the new crop last season. He hasn't developed a ton, but he's got a 72 on cobbles now. Today, it's a 74, so that's good. That's really good. Why? Because Strada Bianchi is a lot of gravel. This is the big gravel race on the calendar, and gravel in this game is treated with the exact same scenario that you get from cobble. And so Telford's going to be pretty good through there. We will ride to protect him. Tentani 57 on cobbles. Let's go ahead and use you to protect Telford.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
Machado 71 today. Looks pretty good. Vermark is awful, so we'll go ahead and protect him. The other one is Banaszak. Banaszak today is a 69. He has a little bit better stamina and good flat rating, so he should be able to stick around for a while. He'll take over for either Rodriguez, Tentani, or Vermark, who will get expired. And then the real hope, and I'm starting to wonder now if there's actually a chance he could win this race. The real hope is on Zeta.
But as the saying goes, it's the historic races that make the rider and not the other way around.
Zeta, of course, has gotten all the attention over the last couple seasons as the beast on the team. Zeta has developed so quick, so rapidly, and where at first he looked like a puncher, in reality he was a Classics rider. Just hadn't really developed into one properly, but he's really coming into that now. I want to continue developing him as a puncher as well. That'll give him 2 fronts on Classics. But what he has, he's got a 76 flat rating, a 74 cobble rating, 82 stamina. He is built for a long race. 71 resistance, still needs some work there, and the 72 on the punchiness, but that's still outstanding for where he's at already. It's such a short period of time, in just a year and a half. Now, more than that, today was an objective for him. Today we worked hard to get him set for it, and he comes in with a +5 race day condition. So he's got an 81 flat, an 80 cobble, an 88 stamina, an 82 resistance, and a 78 punch to go with it. Zeta is going to make his way very well through this race. We've just got to keep him in contention. 24 riders in the breakaway is a lot. I have none of them there. 24 means that a lot of teams are going to have multiple. Oh, for Mark's the puncture. This is why I keep my team at the front. It's exactly why I keep my team at the front. For Mark has already recovered to the point where he is replaced that tire without even going out the back of the peloton. 151 riders in the peloton chasing down 24. Gap set at minute 10 though, so it's a really small gap, which means at this point anyway, I don't need to chase. But you can already see from Mark, tired. Tintani, tired. Rodriguez, tired. Banishek riding for himself, losing ground. So I'm going to speed him up just slightly, 77. There will be splits in this field. Absolutely will be splits. So it's important that we try to stay near the front. For the most part, it's coming down as one-star stuff because it's just gravel. It's not as intense as cobble, but it's the distance. We're spending so much time in those cobbled sections, and you can already see for Mark, Tintani, they look like they're going to get dropped by the group. And there are riders, multiple riders, already dropped by the peloton in the early stages of this race. So this is going to be brutal.
To the sides, practically on the grass. Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway.
Breakaway's already been caught.
Increased its speed. The escapees have surrendered. The pack gave them no chance.
We'll see if there's now a slowdown in the field with a much smaller breakaway. Hagen, Lindholm, among the 5 riders away, now 6 riders away.
A courageous rider is looking.
Kamna, Rivera, Schultz, that's a pretty good group. Atapuma, more attacks coming. Biggest climb of the day ahead of us. But very undulating final third to this race. A lot of up and down. Titani for Mark both recovering a bit. Smaller breakaway. They're much further away. It's already 3.5 minutes. So it was the size of the group. They were being chased down. Okay, out to 3:46. But we pull back 15 seconds right over the top. That climb's done. We're recovered 113k. This is a good time to get water, even though we are about to hit a very long gravel section, but it's a 1-star, 13.8. Let's go ahead and send Rodriguez back.
Crossing a cobbled section is a technical exercise. That's why some specialists don't hesitate to reconnoiter a route several times, because each
Come on,
section
Rodriguez,
has its
grab that water.
particularities. And on some sections,
There you
it is
go.
make or break if you don't adopt the right strategy.
That's another reason why I don't let my riders spread out through the field. Rodriguez, barely a third of the way back on the peloton, and he was able to get the water. You only have to drift so far back. You don't have to go all the way to the back. $105k to go, and we're only halfway through this long gravel section, and his job is done. Keep an eye on the group, make sure we don't drift too far back. So it's 7 riders away. They have a 3-minute gap. Same guys over there. We definitely don't want them to get too far away, but 3 minutes is definitely not too far away. And for 7 riders to spend this long in the gravel, even if it's only 1 star, is going to be very tiring. So I think we're good for now. Speed things up for a while. You can see just how fresh Zeta is. His yellow bar is still maxed out. And that's the stamina effect today. Stamina's insanely high. That's going to give him a real advantage in the late kilometers. Down to 70k now, and the gap is at 240. And the first splits are happening. It's going to come back together, but some of these splits won't reconnect. The undulation, the gravel, these splits can hold. Banishek, you're going backwards a little too fast here. And he splits off for now. For Marco Machado as well, but that's okay with me if that ends up happening. Tawny's fading. We're down to 28 in the peloton and 31 in the chase group. This might not come back together. It's entirely possible that it will not. Go ahead and get water, Banishek, while it's a small group. Come on, take care of it. There you go. Slow things down for now. while we're doing this. Alright, he's coming back forward. Let's get somebody here. Tintani's too tired. Rodriguez, you're the man. We need to make sure... Yeah, Rodriguez is protecting...
This year, some sections have seen their cobblestones refurbished, but I can assure you that it doesn't mean renewed. They still remain a significant...
Alright, Alves Machado, you need to speed up. We need to make sure we don't slip any further back from this group, as it now does come back together. 60 riders, 7 are a minute and a half away. It's one of the bigger climbs here. 11.5K section. Zeta just comfortably at the front. Okay, Rodriguez, you are nearly done. Use your gel. Telford, you got to make sure we don't slip back. You're holding your position. The long gravel sections are really starting to have their impact. Tintani is toast. It's back together, by the way, but Alves Machado, you need to move forward. For Mark's going to help you out. I think this group is about to split. Banijek, same thing. You need to move forward. Tintani, you're going to go auto because you're done, and you're the furthest one back. Banijek is somehow... Okay, he's at the front of this group. And now it's split off. Alves Machado is in contact. Good, okay. So, Rodriguez is still here. The field has split again. Alves Machado and Telford. Do we want you to make contact? Zeta, group of 19 with a group of 7 that they are chasing. Interesting. We'll keep an eye here. From Mark's done too. So is Rodriguez. Mark, go ahead and use your gel. There's Banishek remaking contact with this group. I have 5 riders here in a group of 11. I think I'd like this group to actually make it back up there and join Zeta, though it's a minute and a half behind. So what I want to do now, I want Banishek to work at the front of this group. Go and use your gel. You're going to chase hard, and then we're going to make sure that for Mark Rodriguez... No. Just protect these two, why don't you?
Avoiding a puncture is vital in this type of race. The cobbled sections mean that the riders use two...
So Banishek's going to pull hard, try to make contact up here. Meanwhile, Zeta's just been cruising along. It's a group of 18 chasing those front 7 riders. There's a long gap until we get to the next cobbled section, meaning there's a good opportunity for these guys to get back up there. And we're only bringing a handful of riders with us, and it would really set us up for a strong finish for Zeta. But I think Zeta's already well on his way to that top 10. Okay, for Rodriguez and for Mark, recover a little bit, then we'll be able to use them to chase down. But Banijek working at an 87. Yeah, we're not that far behind here, but it is 2 minutes.
Their front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack. Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
46 seconds. It's a long while before we're going to see an attack out of this group, so I think Zeta's fine. Keep an eye more on these guys. Okay, Vermark and Rodriguez have been dropped. It's kind of a good thing. Means the pace is actually doing something. Oh. Banishek. Okay, set 91. Don't get dropped, please. 3 riders got away from us. And Rodriguez and Vermark remade contact. Okay, 17 chasing 7. It's a minute 20 to those guys. That's a little bit far out. And Zeta's not the one. I don't want him chasing them back. I'd rather have these guys chasing them back. Yet another reason to try to do something. But speaking of, maybe what I need to do here is try to attack out of this group. Use what Banashek has left, and then use Telford and Elvis Machado to bridge the gap. You're better in the cobbles, but Elvis Machado's better. So we'll use Telford to get us back up there. And for those guys to get up here, come on. Oop, too far. There you go. Oh, I can't sprint anymore. Alright, pull hard. Alright, almost there. Alright, Telford, you're gonna sprint.
Some riders try to use the verge to avoid the cobbles, but it's at the risk of getting a flat tire. Breakaway at the front!
Counter-attack by Valverde.
Oh gosh, come on, Zeta.
There's a breakaway in the leading group!
We're so close. You know what, Zeta, sit back. Join these guys. Let them do their thing. Come on, they're right there. Telford. Little teamwork, and this will happen. Zeta, be patient. They're right there. Come on now. Alright. Telford, you're going to try to follow Elvis Machado now. And there we go. Into the group. We've got our workhorse now. 17k to go. This is why we're being patient. There are still 10 riders in front of us. But now we can pull them back. Telford's done, unfortunately. But Elvis Machado, you're going to follow Zeta.
The team leader is falling behind. 15 kilometers remaining.
There's only one cobbled section to go after this. That's going to be the best time for Zeta to do something. Okay, we're seeing an attack on this hill. No, they sit up. Okay, Elvis Machado is done. Zeta, it's down to you now. This is your time on this little climb. By the way, these poor bastards. What am I doing to them? There you go. Elvis Machado, I'm going to do the same to you. Zeta's now going to be on his own.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Okay, now there's just 3 riders ahead of us.
10 kilometers remaining. I can tell
And
you,
I have a group of
cobble
3.
sections is a real challenge. The racers have
Group of 3
control a
chasing
tightrope
3.
walker, as the grip of the tires can't be counted on.
$9K to go. We're going to definitely catch up to one of them. Next little punchy climb. I don't know if I want to attack and try to hurt these guys. We'll find out. Let's see. Just brief what happens. Okay, now it's a group of 4 chasing 2. And here's the status. It's Niels Pollitt, Garcia Cortina, and then Shockman, Petit, and Omar Frele. I've got my top 10 for sure at this point. We're only 40 seconds away from those guys, and I wonder if... There you
Only
go.
5 kilometers left.
5K to go. Use our gel. We still have that little bit left.
Moves on to the attack. It could be decisive.
I think we're dropping to the 3. We are down to 3. It's going to be down to 2 here in a moment. We're looking at a top 4. 3K to go. We're seeing a little acceleration by Shockman. Shockman's the favorite for the race, by the way. 2K to go. downhill, one final uphill. I'll have the advantage on the uphill. 1K to go. 600 meters.
There we go. The sprint is on.
500 meters.
Themselves up.
For third place, come on, let's attack. For third place, I think we can hang on to third. Pollitt for the win, Garcia Cortina second.
Show of power.
Podium,
Riders bringing
third
it together
place.
have made it through sheer willpower. This stage was a real
Alberto Zeta, excellent result. Shockman, that's all World Tour riders there. We're surrounded by some of the best classics riders. Some of that. That's not necessarily the best riders, but that was a good result. It's a good result. And objective not only met, but well exceeded with a podium.
bikes and their riders. You've got to know what you're doing.
Alright, so we're at our next classic. It's a cobbled race. Top 5 objective for this one. But it could be, and hopefully should be, easier to do than what might otherwise be. There's a reason. The cobbled sections, almost all of them at the beginning of the race. I do have my couple of classic riders here to support, but instead of bringing a team built around cobbles, I've brought my sprinters to this race. Reason being is the cobbles are early, and then it's flat, and it's flat right to the end. So the teams are coming with all their bikes built for cobbled classics. I've brought my bikes built for the sprint, and I've brought a team built for the sprint. We just need to get through the classics, or through the cobbles early on anyway, and then we'll be able to set ourselves up with a full sprint train and attack. Now, I'm not very good at the sprint, but I think on a stage like this, where all the teams are going to come with the equipment for the opposite of what I brought it for, and with a team built for the sprint, as long as we get through these early parts, these early cobbled sections, we'll be just fine. And these guys, Zeta and Telford, are going to protect my sprinters. So that's going to be Granigan for sure. We've got Alvarez, Machado for sure. Let's say German, probably over Owain, but let's find out. Oh no, Owain today for sure. Alright, we're going to use the time lapse here to quickly get towards the end of the stage, so that at least you could see that we do or do not successfully get through the cobbled sections. But with the chase on for the 3 breakaway riders, the field is pretty aggressive right now. We'll see how much it takes out of us for a section. No problem.
Obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group. It looks like the pack has bitten the dust.
Alright, so Peloton's down to 65 due to the pace. So many of the riders are all built for classics. They don't have the aero, so the aggressiveness in the field right now, you can see we're blinking red at 87, slipping backwards. It's destroying the field. It's splitting it apart, even though there's no wins or anything. But with just under 12K to go, I'm set now for a sprint, and I think I'll be able to do a pace that others can't keep up with. At least I'm hoping. Most. I think we can definitely get our top 5. We'll see if we can get more than that. Alright, so Hawaiian or Alves Machado or Granigan. You get a 69.70 today. 70.78. I think Alves Machado's got to be the natural fit, even though Granigan has leveled up, is now 71.71. He's a 72.71. He's got good top speed, but he's got no acceleration and no stamina resistance. So I think we have to go with him. That's going to be Hawaiian to lead out. That's German, the last one, and then Zeta, Telford, and Rodriguez. I've already in advance clicked these two guys off for their gels, so they should be cooking in momentarily. So Rodriguez now to lead us out. Field coming back together, but that yo-yo effect is not going to do them any good once we're past these 10K. One rider break it away. Come on, Telford. You can see it splitting again. Stick to the outside. Come on, Zeta. Guys, follow through. Follow through. Already 7.8K. This is not good. This is the pace. I mean, this is a searing pace that's being set. Rodriguez finally getting out front with just 6K to go now. And that means I need to use everybody's gel. So Rodriguez, get out of the way. Telford, take it off now. 5K.
5 kilometers remaining.
On to Zeta. 3.5K. I have enough guys to attack this early, so we're going to start early. German.
They keep on attacking. Anyone that's low on gas
Hawaiian.
won't be able to keep up.
Come on now. Come on now.
Final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first to the line today?
Keep going, Hawaiian. There you go. Granigan now, 1.2K. These guys, I didn't expect them to lose what they're losing here. So follow Hawaiian. Follow Hawaiian. All right, Granigan. 900 meters. We got one guy with the energy. Oh, shoot. I just got boxed in. Alves Machado, you got to go here. You got to go. Fight through. Fight through. That's going to be 6th place at best with Hawaiian. Alves Machado couldn't get through. Hawaiian took 7th. Damn. That's not going to hurt much, but my sprinter got boxed in the end. And that's why positioning matters so much. This road wasn't that small, but it was just small enough that the pack was big enough that he got held up. He probably would have had 5th had he not been boxed in. But that wasn't exactly the easiest group to beat. Fabio Jakobsen. Allegart, okay, not great, but Case Bowles pretty good. Medolo is similar to Allegart. Edvald Bosenhagen. It was not going to be an easy top 5. We were all over the top 10, though, and we'll be okay. I mean, that's not going to hurt us much, but I think we could have done the top 5 if Alves Machado didn't get boxed in, but he barely had the energy. So going when I did at 3.5K, I felt I had 5 guys to be able to pull 3.5K. They should be able to pull that together. And the pace at the front, with the low stamina of most of them, dropped their energy down a bit too much compared to what it would normally do. But again, got to remember that A, we're on expert. B, I still don't have any excellent sprinters. Alves Machado with the great acceleration should be my lead out guy, but I don't have a pure sprinter behind that to kind of get to that next step. Alves Machado definitely growing into the role, though. He'll be okay. He'll get a lot of decent results this season, but it's going to be hard to get too many good results. We'll get decent results. And this was decent, 7th. Remember, a season ago, especially 2 seasons ago, we would have killed for 7th. Last season, I would have been very happy with 7th. So, can't get too greedy yet. So we only get a partial failure on that one, so it's okay. We got the double plus on the one before it. and we remain at 100% sponsor objective with both of our World Tour races now behind us. We've got the Trobro Leon. It's only 1 star though. Vuelta Castilla Leon. That's the one, the Castilla Leon, that we're going to look at here. Because until the national championships for Spain, the Vuelta Asturias and those are the only bigger objectives. Those are all top 5s coming up. This one's so long we don't even have the name of it. It's a 1.5 star. So a lot of low-level stuff that we are in a strong enough position that unless we fail literally this entire group, we'll remain at a 100% sponsor confidence. The one that I think could definitely impact that is that National Road Championships in June. It's the end of March now. We're looking at the end of April for Castilla y León. I think that's where I need to go to next. So I'll see you for that double race. We got 3 stages here, 3 stages there. Asturias, a lot more climbing happening. Castilla y León is going to end with a punchy one on stage 3, so probably Zeta territory, I would think, for something like that. And he should be able to get a decent result. Top 5, though, we'll see. It depends on the field. Even though it's not a World Tour race, there's going to be a lot of good riders there. There always is. Asturias, not quite as prestigious, but it should have a decent group as well. And with 3 climbs, that'll definitely spread the field out a bit. But that's what's on the cards for our next episode. So that's going to put us into late April, early May. And then we'll probably be pushing straight into June on that next one. So we're going to get through this season pretty quick, I think. Pretty quick, especially with a 100% evaluation. Everyone on the team has a non-expiring contract for this year. They all have 2 years or the 3 years left on their deal. So they'll all be going into the final season next year or still another year to go. Registered riders has turned out really well with including Zeta throughout. Our squad evaluation is going up slightly, and as a result, we're having an easy time with that sponsor evaluation. For next season, what are we looking at? 54,000. It's only an increase of 9,000, and that's all I'm going to end up with to spend, because we're not losing anyone, and we maxed out what we could offer this last season. So it's going to be a pretty quick season before we push into next season. And outside of internal growth, like Zeta and Tantani, now 76, 75, we're not going anywhere. So we'll definitely be Continental Pro again next season. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.